Hi guys, this is Pratchett Throw, and we are playing Criminal Case Traveling Time, Case 18, Bash of the Year. Let's unlock Chapter 3, and Emma's just here so we can tell you about our progress. No, we're not the time travelers. Mr. Ambassador, General Katarina. Oui, Monsieur Bost? I require an update on your progress. I'll let you investigate this murder as a sign of goodwill between our nations, but my neck is on the line here. We already have several suspects, Monsieur, and we have certain that we shall find the culprit. Let's hope so, because if you don't arrest someone soon, I will take over this investigation myself. You can't, you're a suspect. Katrina, if anyone does that, we'll never get a chance to properly look around his apartment. We need to solve this murder quickly. We know the killer is about to guess up on the rooftop, so let's take another look there. Okay. Yeah, that's you planting a bug so you can spy on us. Alright, let's investigate the buffet. Oh, glasses. Smart glasses. Oh, a broken watch. Oh, god damn it. Katrina, that watch has the victim's name on the back. But how did it get damaged? Perhaps factory of some of that pink substance will tell us. And you're right, those smart glasses have the victim's initials on them. With it locked, they might have recorded someone acting suspiciously. Can you get it unlocked? Hey, if you want to look through those throw pillows, I won't stop you. This is our chance to find Gerard's killer and earn Ammon's trust so we can snoop around Katarina. Let's get to it. Okay. And Ammon doesn't find it weird that we, French people, French Ambassador and General, are investigating the murder. He really knows that we are actually detectives, but would he expect something to see that we are this good at being detectives? He will probably think that we are who we think we are. Katrina, good job getting the victim's smart glasses unlocked. Kyle will tell us if they recorded anything interesting. Okay. Alright, now let's look through the pillows. Oh, it's Eugene. Eugene tells all. What all? Katrina, what was that magazine doing among those throw pillows? Look, it's some kind of gossip magazine. The headline reads, Eugene tells all. Learn the truth about his fight with Gerard. So Eugene had a problem with our victim. Let's ask him why he failed to mention it earlier. Yeah, what's that about? Oh, and a new level. Okay, now the broken watch. Vacuum out that powder revealed a message in French on the victim's watch, Katrina. It says, for Gerard, my beloved husband. So the victim had a wife and this was a gift from her. But it doesn't explain how it ended up damaged. Let's put that powder under the microscope to find out. Okay. No, we're gonna first analyze the pink powder before talking to Eugene. Nail varnish powder. Oh, who has pink nails? The powder you collect from the victim's damaged watch is nail polish powder, Katrina. Apparently you dip your nails into it and you're good to go. And you're right, that's the shade that party girl Sophia Handy was wearing. But why would Sophia have damaged the watch Gerald's wife gifted him? Will she claim not to have known him personally? Only one way to find out. Let's question Sophia again. Okay. Okay, first let's go talk to Eugene. Monsieur Donkey, we found this magazine. Apparently there was, how you say, bad blood between you and the victim. If you must know, Gerard had never forgiven me for poking fun at him during a ceremony years ago. I was presenting him with an award for his contribution to the tech industry when I made a joke about him being more full of hot air than my hookah pipe. It was a harmless jibe, but Gerard took it badly and stormed off stage. He'd hated me ever since, always taking the opportunity to badmouth me in front of others. So I decided to get my own back by doing that interview. I wanted everyone to know how petty Gerard was. Let's just hope that you were not petty enough to kill him for it. Okay. It could be you. Okay, what about Sophia? Madame, you told us earlier that you didn't know the victim personally. So why did you damage his watch? I suppose there's no point lying anymore. I did know Gerard. Intimately. I caught Gerard's eye at a party a while back and immediately knew I was up to a good thing. He was rich, intelligent, and did I mention rich? So I pulled out all the stops to try and get him to propose, but nothing worked. I couldn't figure out why until I helped him adjust his wristwatch earlier tonight. And that's when I saw the description. Gerard had a wife back in France that he'd been hiding from me. And that is when you damaged his watch, I suppose? Yes, but he deserved it for wasting my time. These looks won't last forever, especially not with the amount of hookah I smoke. Oh, it could be her as well. What's on these smart glasses? Kai, what do you got for us on the victim's smart glasses? Well, most of it was just waiting going about his daily business. But then I stumbled upon this. Take a look, Katrina. What, I'm putting on the glasses? I don't know who you think you are, but you have no right to question my decisions. I'm the head of intelligence, so if I ask you to do something, you do it. Ha! That may be so, but I can't help but ask myself how someone who barely looks old enough to have graduated high school ended up in such a job. How dare you question my authority? You have no idea of the things I've done to get where I am. Yeah, sure, we know that. What the heck, Trina? Amos spoke highly of Gerard when we met him earlier. But clearly they weren't on the best of terms. We need to treat carefully here, Katrina. We must stay on Amos's good side so we can investigate him. But we also need to ask him why he quarreled with the victim. Let's talk to Amon. Yeah, what were you doing with my friend? Our friend. The friend. What's it going? Friends, Sid. Mr. Ambassador, Jill Katrina, I trust you're here to report that you found the culprit. Not yet. Not exactly was your boss. You see, I discovered that you, argued with the victim. I see. Well, I have nothing to hide. I work with Mr. Arnott on the latest chip to ensure that it met the government's needs. By tracking people, is that it? But Mr. Arnott undermined my authority at every turn. He even had the audacity to suggest I didn't deserve my role. I work harder than either he or you could ever imagine to get to where I am today. My life hasn't all been swanky pods with a mayo on silver platters. And did you punish him for his impudence? Of course not. I simply reminded him that insulting a government official goes against the Constitution, and then I smoked my hookah pipe to calm down. Katrina, it's crucial we wrap up this investigation so we can take a closer look around Amon's apartment. But who bashed Chief Technology CEO Gerard Arnott over the head with a blunt object? Okay, you mentioned blunt object, which we haven't found it yet. We know Amon was angry with the victim for undermining his authority, while the victim's mistress was furious with him for stringing her along. And then there's Eugene Dawkins, who had a long-standing fight with Gerard. We need to get to the bottom of this, Katrina. As we see we're on the scene of the crime, let's take another look around. We haven't found a murder weapon, right? We got everything. Katrina, that cloth is covered in blood. I agree, there's a good chance our hero used this to wipe their hands clean after the murder. Can you take a sample? Hey, if you think those statue pieces might prove interesting, let's put them back together. We're closing in on Gerard's skill, Katrina. I can feel it. I can feel it as well. Okay, let's first collect something from the cloth. Katrina, Giles will tell us whether the blood on those fibers collected from the cloth is a match for our victim. Okay. Okay, 9 hours for that. Now let's restore this. Maybe that's the better weapon he was hit with. The looks like a cat statue. Yeah, those Egyptian black cats. Katria, do you think that cat statue could be the blunt object our victim was bashed over the head with? It could be. Theo will be able to tell us. Let's get the statue to him. Okay. First, the bloody fibers. We're on the home stretch here, Janice. Was the blood on those fibers our victims? Yes, which means that your killer is the one who handled that clot. What's more, by removing some of the blood from the fibers, I ascertained that they had been dyed gold. Since the victim was a very gold and the fibers didn't come from the clot, it must be a killer who sported gold clothing, Katerina. So our killer is wearing gold clothing. We'll dull their shine when Katerina arrests them. Who wears gold? Ammon doesn't wear any gold, so he's not going to be. Well, we're probably gonna bring the killer to him, so. What do you got for us on that cat statue, Theo? Well, the killer clearly tried to wipe the statue clean. But since they missed some many traces of your victim's brain matter, I confirm that the statue is your murder weapon. And your killer must have got themselves on a sharp edge as they wiped the pieces clean, because they left traces of A- blood on the statue. So our killer's blood type is A-, is it? Don't be feeling negative once you got every cups, Katerina. Negative, hehe. Katerina, it's time to arrest your Arnold's killer. Let's do this. Okay. Who killed our friend? Our French friend. No, it's not Ammon. We should have given him the invitation back because he wouldn't have killed Gerald. Why did you kill him, Eugene? Monsieur Dokin, you are arrested for the murder of Gerard or not? Ha! Dear Mr. Ambassador, let me guess. You had touched too much free champagne. I'm the face of the Tommy Dynasty, darlings. Life is beautiful. Why would I murder someone? Do not play with us, Monsieur Dokin. We know that you sent the victim a message telling him to confess his sins because you were coming for him. You waited for Monsieur Ronaldo to take a break from the party, so that you could sneak up on him and bash him over the head with that cat statue. How dare you! I would never befall a cat statue in such a manner. And then I say it was a cake or that charade you put on afterwards, pretending you were afraid of the killer striking again on the roof. It was a fine performance, was it not? I've let myself in it, haven't I? Alright, you got me. I killed Gerard, but only because he was going to condemn me to the same fate. As I told you, Gerard never got over me poking fun at him on national television. He became fixated on finding ways to get back at me. For a long time, I took it in my stride. I'm one of the most famous men in New Cairo, so I've attracted my fair share of enemies. But then I discovered that Gerard had made a recording of me, taking during a moment of weakness. What were you doing in this recording? I criticized our beloved and most devout Ramses, I always forget what the number is at. But I didn't mean it. I was just frustrated that my latest idea for a talk show had been rejected. You don't like the Pharaoh as well, huh? The Ptolemy dynasty doesn't tolerate this set. If Gerard had played a recording to them, this gorgeous head of mine would have ended up on a plate. Be that as it may, Monsieur Dawkins, I'm afraid we have no choice but to turn you over to the head of intelligence for your crimes. Alright, let's see what Ammon has to say. Monsieur Boss, we are happy to report that we have identified Monsieur Arnolds' killer. You shit? Was you who killed Gerard Arnold? Please, Abbon, I can explain. Gerard had it in for me. I was only protecting myself. You're supposed to be the face of the Taibi dynasty. Someone for people to look up to. Not a petty criminal. Ramses 43, right? Will have your head once he hears what you've done. If we may, we have a request. Since the victim was French and our friends does not approve of capital punishment, we would like to ask that the killer be incarcerated instead. No death penalty? This is the most unconventional request. But if it means cementing the special relationship New Cairo has with France, I shall accept it. And now this unsavory business has been dealt with, the activities can recommence. After all, people came here for a party. You're smiling like you already know who we are. That you can see through our disguise. Katria, now that we identified Mr. Arnolds' killer, we decided to focus on discovering how Ammon Bass altered history to help Egypt and the Ptolemy dynasty gain power. Everybody is upstairs enjoying the party, so it's the perfect opportunity to look around Ammon's apartment and discover more about how he changed history. Decide to get down to work, Tarina. Okay. That's gonna be the next one. So we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing in Time is a Lie number 3. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!